Hi, I'm Marinaro, the salon guy, 20-year hairstylist and celebrity media and beauty correspondent, and today I'm going to show you guys how to trim sideburns and bangs. So when you're trimming sideburns and bangs, you need two key tools. One, a comb, and also a pair of trimmers. You can get trimmers anywhere, different beauty supply stores, but everyone pretty much has these things. So after you have your trimmer and your comb, you're pretty much ready to go. Now, a few key steps when trying to evaluate where you're going to be trimming the sideburns. And with my model here, as you can see, he's got an existing sideburn but needs a little bit of cleaning up. So when you're trimming your sideburns, if you're doing it yourself or if you're going to a barbershop, mainly if you're doing it yourself, you want to make sure that you first determine the length of the sideburns that you want. And a lot of times when you're trimming sideburns, you make the mistake of going in and cutting it the wrong way. You cut it this way and it leaves a big gash right in through here, or you cut it this way, or you cut one side longer than the other. So it's really key to determine where you actually want to position the sideburns. I like to find a part of the ear to match it up and level it up to. So now you're actually ready to go and trim the sideburn. So what we want to do is determine the length. And after you determine the length, then you can start trimming your sideburns. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have a clean line. You try to want to make it as even as possible and line it up with part of the ear. You don't want to come in on an angle this way or this way. So you want to make sure it's a nice straight line. Then after you have this, you simply take the trimmers and follow the shape of the ear like so, because this connects into the sideburns. And if you want to actually trim them with the length, you can use the comb, hold it up as kind of like a guard, and lightly skim the ends here to trim the length. And always make sure you're combing the sideburn downwards. So you just want to simply repeat the same thing on the other side. Pick a spot where you want to level this off to, and again trim around the ear just to connect the sideburn. Comb it down. If you need to trim it the length, use the comb, and that is how you trim sideburns. Now I'm going to show you guys how to trim bangs. So for you guys out there that wear a longer bang, I'm going to show you guys how to trim it up. First, you're going to need two tools, a comb with wide teeth and a pair of shears. Okay, so now as you can see, the bangs are laying pretty much in his face. So what you want to do is use the wide teeth of the comb and simply determine where exactly you want the bangs to fall. So most of the times if you're wearing a longer bang, you want to keep the length, but you just want to trim them up. So what you want to do is basically come in with the wide teeth of the comb, lock it in this way, comb the hair down as so, and this will determine where you want to cut them. Now you want to keep this locked in place, and you want to use your shear by using just the tips of it. And by doing that, it's going to allow you to trim it, but also not take off too much. And this jagged edge also allows for you to have a more of a chopped or messier look, because a lot of times guys don't want a straight across bang. So you want to have it a little more uneven and a little more of a choppy type look. This is the best way I can suggest for you to trim the bangs. This way they're trimmed, they're still a little bit longer, and you still have that kind of longer look. Thanks again for watching. I'm Marinaro, the salon guy, 20-year hairstylist and celebrity media correspondent and beauty correspondent, and thanks for watching my tips on how to trim sideburns and bangs.